Hello, everyone. My name is Connie McGregor, and I am your instructor for English 1F97 entitled Indigenous Literature of Trauma and Recovery. Today, I will be going over this slideshow that is considered week 2 of your course. I want to welcome you all to this course and let you know that I look forward to meeting you all and learning a little bit more about you. We will talk about the acknowledgement of the land in this presentation. We will look at a community builder and what they are. We will look at the course outline that I've sent to you earlier. We will look more in depth at the assignments to answer any questions that you might have. And we will look at our next steps. First of all, the acknowledgement of the land is recognition of whose traditional land that we live and work on. For myself, I am from 6 nations of the Grand River. However, the land that we were on right now and where I'm speaking from was not our traditional land. Originally, we came from Upper New York State in the United States, and we were granted this land for our loyalty to the British Crown. So, although we've been on this land for a long time, we were not originally from this land. Now think about where you are, and was that your traditional land, or were you moved there by the government or in some sort of treaty agreement? So our first community builder, I wanted you to introduce yourself. What's your name and where do you live? Moving on to the outline of the course, one of the symbols that I thought was relevant to this course is the tree. For all people of the earth, the Creator has planted a sacred tree under which we may gather and find healing, power, wisdom, and security there. The roots of this tree spread deep into the body of Mother Earth. Its branches reach upward like hands praying to Father Sky. The fruits of this tree are the good things the Creator has given to the people, teachings that show the path to love, compassion, generosity, patience, wisdom, justice, courage, respect, humanity, and many, many other gifts. With this, I want to remind you to read the course outline so you know what is in store. For the assignments, I've sent you a separate document to your emails called Specific Assignment Guidelines for this course. So this is what your outline looks like, and it will take you through all of the assignments, your books. We've talked about that. Everyone has received all of them, which is good news. These are your assignments. You have 2 reflective journals, but they're a collection of your weekly writings. You have a creative book review due November 22nd. This will be your first assignment that you're going to either take a picture of and send it to me, send it to my email, and then you have 2 things due on the last day of the course, January 18th, 2021. And we'll talk more in depth about these. In your course outline, you have Actually, let me go back to this activities and assignments. So we have established that this course looks into some very sensitive topics. It looks into trauma that we have endured as Indigenous people. So at any time when you need peace, read a page in this meditation book that I sent you from Richard Wagamis. When you need to distress, you can color in that coloring book that I sent you, Honoring Women, Life Givers, and Water Protectors. That's your book. So you can color in it to work out any feelings that you may have, and always write. Those writings can be brought together in your summative reflection. So each week I've laid out here. This date just means, so Sunday, November 1st is when I had things ready for you to get started. And I know a lot of you looked at the course outline already. You've started the readings. This was a layout if we were to be meeting every week. So you'll see there's introductions there. There's something for you to listen to there from Daniel Heath Justice about why Indigenous literatures matter. And basically his message is that they matter because we matter as Indigenous people. Richard Wagamis has a speech there that I would like you to have a look at, because we look at we have a few of his works actually that we'll be looking at and looking into. So each week I will have something for you to listen to or view, sometimes both. I have the readings laid out for you. So you're starting with Keeper and Me by Richard Wagamis, and you're reading book 1 and book 2. And then you're going to write in your reflective journal, which is just writing down how you feel, your thoughts about what you've read, what you've seen, what you've heard. Reflect on how that ties in to your life and where you've come from. So the second week, you should be looking at these activities. What am I to do this week? So community builder, we talked about that. Just introduce yourself, where you're from. And some of us have done that already when we met. I want you to have a look at Canada's Dark Secret. It's a video. And just be forewarned, it might trigger some emotions. I also want you to view Understanding Aboriginal Identity, and there are links here. So in your course outline, when you're looking at it, all of these links should be available to you, okay? Just like they're available to me now. I sent you the same document. You're going to continue to read Keeper and Me. You're now on to book 3 and 4. Some people will have finished that. And again, writing in your reflective journal. Okay, so for this week, each week I've laid it out. This is when it's a good time to get started. Sunday, November 15th, you're going to start working on these things. You're going to read, you're going to write. When we meet on Thursdays, that's when I'll do the community builder. And don't worry about putting them in your reflection, only if we've done them and they've had some kind of impact on you. Maybe you learned about somebody else, or you've learned something. Maybe it triggered something for you. Okay, you only need to talk to them if they've affected you in some way. Okay, so that goes through each week. Sunday, November 29th is that last week before the holidays, and where you take some time off. Start back up on Sunday, January 3rd, and with those topics in mind. January 10th, and then our last class will be in this week here. Okay, we will, I've tried to put in here too when things are due for you. So these two things are due there. And for Indian horse, I will send that out to you. We'll have a link to view that, and you'll be able to do that on your own time. Okay, so this bibliography is from the books that we'll be using, and these are some references that I made mention of in the course outline. So some of them, most of them we have used, but some of them I didn't. I had to cut down the outline, so some of them are just like extra links that you can check out on your own time. Okay, we have some broad policies in there on grading, some of your responsibilities as the student. Okay, there should be a link to that. Academic integrity, some of, again, your responsibilities as an academic in this program. Medical exemption, let me know when you're not well and why you might have missed checking in for a bit. You can just send me a quick email, send me a text. Okay, so that is our course outline. I'm just gonna put that away, get back to our slideshow. So with the assignments, your creative book review is the first one that you will be working on. And you're doing this in an alternative way. It's not an ordinary book review. I gave you a picture of an example of something besides just like an essay type form of book review. So I want you to follow the book review outline that I put in the assignment, specific assignment document, but present it in a creative or fun way. Here's an example. Your reflective journals, like I said, you don't need to hand them in every week, but you should be making some notes every week. This collection will be submitted to the instructor for review and grading. These two things are worth 25% each for a total of 50. So it's a big part of your grade. So make sure that you are reflecting each week. Okay, and this is nothing to worry about. As long as you're being honest and truthful and sharing how this literature is making you feel. How long should your summative reflective journal be? So as I said, write each week for your own benefit. If you don't write every week, then you're doing a whole lot of writing before it's due. And the quality might not, excuse me, might not be as high quality as it would be if you were writing every week, okay? As you analyze your writing, your summative work will develop. So you're gonna start to find themes, things that you can expand on. Your final project, your final product should be no more than 2 to 3 pages double spaced. Okay, I'm not looking for a book. I'm looking for some quality thought processes, and I want to see what you've learned through this reading. Has it moved you a bit on your journey from trauma to recovery? Let me know how you're progressing through the readings. The gift is in the making. This one is due at the end of the course, but you can be working on it throughout. Like I said, don't leave everything to the last minute. These are very creative assignments. So these are also ways for you to find that peace. Maybe after you've read something, start working on something, start crafting something, recording your voice. Maybe some words have come to you and you've put it together in a poem, or maybe it's brought about a song that you want to share. And if it's a traditional song or a song to which you drum, or the possibilities are limitless. So I want you to just feel free And I'm looking so forward to seeing what you come up with and what you hand in for these assignments. It's very exciting because I know that you are creative. I know that you are thoughtful. And I just want to give you the freedom to express that. Like I said, for this assignment, the gift is in the making. Your final assignment, you will create art. Express how you felt after reading this book. The gift is in the making. What images, thoughts, memories have the stories triggered for you? And here's just some examples of crafts or art that you might create, or that you have created, or you have the knowledge to make. So perhaps you are an artist, a visual artist, and that's your gift. So then you might create something and then relate that to that book of stories. The gift is in the making. Maybe you are a sewer and that you create things with fabric. Maybe somehow you can relate that to one of the stories. Porcupine quill boxes, some leather work. Okay, so again, that I want you to tap into your gift. So our next steps, when we meet, so this was what we just went through. This was for this week, week 2. Week 3, you can be working on this. And we will meet for this class, week 3, on Thursday. Our times will be according to the Eastern Standard Time. So I am in Southern Ontario, so that is my time, Eastern Standard Time. So when I say 6 o'clock, that we will have a Zoom meeting. If you're in the Central Time Zone, that means that you're going to be coming on at 5 o'clock. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And to wrap this meeting up, I will see you next Thursday. In the meantime, rest when you can, do your readings, and reflect. That's all I want you to do. And it would be wonderful if that's all we had to do. But I know we have lots of other roles that we are responsible for. Some of us are teachers, some of us are parents, some of us are spouses, some of us are grandparents, some of us are all of these things, and we're all students. So I want you to just remember how important you are. You are here for a reason. We're all here to learn and to support one another. Be kind, most importantly, to yourself, so that you are able to be kind and helpful for those around you. So take care, class, and I will talk to you whenever you need to. You have my email. You have my text. So use any of those means and you can get a hold of me. Okay? Text is probably the most direct. So if you need to get a hold of me like right away, you can't wait for me to respond to your emails, then go by all means text me. Okay, thanks a lot for listening, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye for now.